What is Gucci YouTube? It's your boy Black Child 3 Long Face Skinny Body, and we are back, still black, with some more fire Boruto manga related content. I've heard your video, you already know the deal. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button, share the video with your friends. It's time to discuss 3 things to expect Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 23. Let's get to the business, yes, Sirski.
9 mountains and 8 seas make one world. 1,000 worlds make one chiliocosm. 1 chiliocosm to the power of 3, and there's nothing I can't cut.
It's honestly been probably since late Naruto Next Generation since I've done a 3 things to expect video, a real live Black Uchiha-esque type prediction video. Y'all know how I typically finesse it and try to introduce the things. So we have spoilers. We should be having spoilers. No, take my word for it. Rolling out this weekend. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some official leaks, as spoilers is a little bit tricky when it comes to the weekend, but we have official leaks at the very least rolling out, right? So we should be expecting at the very least 2 panels within the next upcoming days, within the next week, regarding the next chapter of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 23. Now, prior to getting the chapter information, prior to seeing what's going down with this gas of Jura versus Boruto, let's predict the outcomes or like some of the main point scenarios to occur within the next chapter, as I have done so infamously in the past, and for some reason just let go of the trend, right? So 3 things to expect within Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 23. Now, what do I mean 3 things to expect? 3 things that I've had my eyes on, right, within the recent run of the chapter, and 3 things that I think, essentially, basically, this is the history behind my 3 things to expect video. 3 things that I think the chapter might be diverging our attention from or slowly leading our attention towards, right? So something that basically I feel like this can be pointed out or explained or detailed further upon within the next chapter. All that being said, let's just get straight to the business and let y'all know where my mind is at, right? Kashin Koji, Jura, I'm about to say Jigen, and my guy Shinki, right? 3 things to expect. 3 people that I got my eye on within chapter 23, the upcoming chapter, right? So from least likely to what I think most likely might happen, basically how I feel like the story is trying to divert our expectations or slowly and subtly lead us towards a reveal or something like that, right? When it comes to Jura, we already know the Rasengan is derived from the tail beast ball. So there's no mystery there in terms of the connection and how Jura might possibly be able to understand the rotation of Boruto's Uzahiko understanding. At the end of the day, Uzahiko is a new creation. However, it's still a Rasengan, right? So the connection between the Rasengan and beast ball is there. Is this a stepping stone for us to get more insight onto Jura's character, like insight? Like how does he process the memories of being a mindless Ten Tails in the past, right? Is everything that he thinks about and the knowledge that he procures prior to going out and seeking all these different things and knowledges, right? Is everything second nature to him? Or does he actually remember with a sentient mind all the times Jigen pulled back up and tried to take chakra from him when he was just a regular Ten Tails? Or how he actually got captured by Ishiki or possibly Kaguya back in the day and originally was sent into bondage in the dimension that we originally met the Ten Tails in? Is this a stepping stone to give us more insight in the true nature of the Ten Tails in general, right? Boruto himself is completely shocked. How does this man able to withstand the Uzi? He was talking tough. How can he withstand the Uzahiko? Boruto like, I bet you feel crazy right now, right? And all of a sudden, Jura stands back up on his 2 feet. So very crazy head scratcher, but also, is this a way for us to like slowly entice, like, is it Jura the only one that can do this with Boruto Uzahiko, or can all the Shinju possibly do this, right? Is it that what makes Jura special? Like, does he have specific properties from the Ten Tails himself that the other Shinju possibly don't have? Or most importantly, just for me in general, just more details, more backstory, more history on the Ten Tails. What's the lore behind it, right? Understanding, let's go from, okay, the creation of the Rasengan, the GOAT, the legend, Minato did all that. He learned from the Tail Beast Bomb. What's really with the Tail Beast Bomb? What's the positive and negative chakra? Like, all of this stuff, right? I'm not saying a whole flashback detailed into Jura's back history, but like something, right? Something there. And now the second thing, right? Because I don't want to spend too much time on it, and I know we're about to get these leaks, so I feel like it could be a hit or miss, chat. It could be a hit or miss. But something's just telling me these 3 things, right? My guy Shinki, I think we might be seeing Shinki return in the manga. I ain't gonna say return because he barely even been a major player within the story. But Two Blue Vortex and the implications of Ryu lets us understand, right? And now the defeat of Ryu by the Queen. Shout out Sarada, shout out to Uchiha Goddess, right? But we know that Shinki should be, or it tends to be, like a major player in terms of the game, whether it be serving the role of the person of protecting Gaara from the said Shinju, or having his copy play a major and effective role for some of our main cast and main characters, as we've seen played out through, the early 20s of the chapters lately within Two Blue Vortex. However, I believe, right, especially with the directive that Mitsuki already gave my guy Araya, take this Sorrento to Shinki, get going. Basically, Araya and Konohamaru, they on the same mission, and I've already said, I don't know if both of them gonna complete it. I don't know if we're gonna save both Muegi and Shinki this chapter. I don't think both Matsuri and Ri are about to get off, and I think Matsuri might be here to stick around a little bit longer. And I believe it's a setup. This whole entire arc has been a setup for us to bring Shinki back into the story, but also make him important enough to where it's like, if he just came back randomly, you got the Shinki hype boys, of course, but then everybody else is like, he never really done anything in the story, so why care? But now we understand the role that he could possibly play, right? Also, once Shinki comes back, who's going to free Gaara, right? It's going to have to be my guy Shinki, right? So there's a whole lot of things that we can see with this, and I could be wrong. It could just be Matsuri, but I believe a revival is coming, so I don't want to completely shift it from Shinki to expect to just like a revival of one of the two. I still want to focus on my guy Shinki, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I do believe we might be seeing, at the very least, Araya approaching the tree with my guy Shinki. And now, last but not least, I know y'all heard me talk about this before. My guy Kashin Koji is plotting. He's too calm. He's been talking to Ada. Ada's been like, Boruto's looking good. He's doing this, that, and the third. Are you sure he can't win? Kashin Koji's sitting there like, there's absolutely no chance Boruto can do like he has. And you're just calm like that, my guy? Now, what does that tell me? A guy who's already had a plan for the plan before the plan even made a plan, ever since we've seen him been introduced into the story. That means he has a contingency. That's what I'm basically taking it as. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a major sacrifice popping up and my guy Kashin Koji is going to kick the bucket, but I've said time and time again, especially on the Cloud Ninja podcast, shout out all my Cloud Ninjas, I believe Kashin Koji is setting it up to where he's seen all of these futures play out. He's seen most futures play out, and he understands at the very least there is a contingency plan, in most futures where Kashin Koji himself sacrifices his life because of whatever mishap or decision that Boruto makes, understanding that his sacrifice in most timelines can set up the timeline for a positive future where Sasuke is saved and Jura is defeated. However, it only relies on the fact if Boruto and everybody else walks the path that he's seen. And at that point, he will be long dead and gone, so he cannot direct or guide Boruto in any type of way. So it's kind of like a last minute gamble for real, because it's like, I know for a fact I'm going to set him up for greatness if I sacrifice myself, because I've seen it in all the timelines. But it's a matter of if they follow this path straight all the way through, or will they diverge like we say my guy Boruto has been doing time and time again. However, even with that all being said, Kashin Koji has still been too calm for comfort, right? That's how I've been taking it. And I believe he has a plan in motion. And the plan might not be the most ideal, especially for him, which is why he was so adamant on Boruto following the order. Like, yo, don't do this, don't do that. Let's make sure Sarada gets her Mangekyo. Let's see how Konohamaru plays out in this confrontation against Matsuri. But don't do anything rash and don't let Jura kill you, right? Because at the end of the day, worst case scenario, yes, Jura kills you, but I'm gonna have to sacrifice myself and just chalk it up to the gods for real that you're gonna be able to complete the mission at hand. So it's gonna be real interesting, especially with these upcoming chapters, especially with the cliffhanger. Jura looking like he's about to start heating up. I ain't saying Boruto is down and out in the count. I'm not gonna chalk away the whole entire Momoshiki and Jogan idea, but let's keep it a buck, guys. We've been everywhere with this arc, and I feel like we've been taking our eyes off these three important things, or three possible important scenarios, right? So let me know how y'all feel. What are your expectations? What are y'all predictions for Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 23? Stay tuned because we have leaks coming soon. It's your boy Black Uchiha 3 with my Wado Ichimoji. You already know the dealio. So until my next video. Damn, I was flowing with it too, chat. I was flowing for a minute. Until my next video, holla at your boy. I'm gonna holla at y'all. More Boruto 2 Blue Vortex fire manga content on the way. Holla at your boy. I'm gonna holla at y'all. Black y'all. Yes, sir. Ski.